Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who is going to come on this live tonight. And thank you so much for everyone who is going to go back and who is going to listen. How are you guys doing? I am a little late now. It's usually the same thing. I have a DJ who comes in every night. It is soccer season. If you are, like, we call that sport football for us here in Haiti, but there's a lot of, football, soccer being played, and Haiti is huge when it comes to soccer. So there was a DJ around, and I cannot compete with these guys, with the people when they are loud. They are screaming, and it's like, I will come whenever I post the promotional video and I say that I'm going to come. Even if I don't come exactly at 9:30 p.m., I apologize, but I will always come. I just want to make sure that my surrounding is as peaceful as possible. Now, I cannot believe that we are already in the month of August, and that I am already, I believe, 4 topics in when it comes to accompany the many of you who will need the support moving forward as we have entered the new world order. I also want to let you know that I am open for business consultation. Should you be interested to receive a consultation, whether it is in the matter of doing business in Haiti, whether it is in the matter of acquiring lands, or whether it is that you are an organization, a corporation, or an individual, and you are really interested in running a successful project here in Haiti, we are open for that. All you have to do is send us an email at dlconsulting83@gmail.com. Now, for tonight, we are going to be doing a little bit of a geopolitics. It's going to be very interesting. I am going to project Haiti in 2030. Now, I need for you to understand that these topics, some of them I've actually worked on them in 2018. I just brush it off, and it was interesting. The topic that I'm going to discuss with you tonight, I was supposed to discuss it 2 weeks ago, but for some odd reason, I actually went with the last topic because I felt like it was more pertinent. And I ended up having some new information regarding geopolitical wars, kind of war. Yeah, passive war, a little bit of a cold war. We can't ignore that we have entered most definitely a little bit of a cold war between, actually, we definitely have entered a cold war between the United States, China, and, we don't know where it's going to end. And I had some new information come in, so it was really, important for me to be privy of this information as I was going to bring this topic forward to you. And also, one thing that I need for anyone who is going to pay attention to this particular topic, understanding, is that a lot of time we are a collective. That's just the way of the universe, of the world. So whether it is that you are someone who says things like, I'm really not interested about politics, I just want to come and I just want to do something, one thing that you really need to understand is that you cannot do any type of business anywhere in this world, in this present moment, if you don't have a particular understanding of geopolitics. You need to know exactly, especially when it comes to the country of Haiti, you have got to have, even when you don't have an in-depth understanding of geopolitical, what's going on, you really need to get informed because it impacts everything. And tonight we're going to analyze really the matter of Haiti, why Haiti is having such chaos, right? And what can be really in store for Haiti, and why people should really understand the Cold War that is presently happening between China and that is definitely happening between the United States and small countries such as Haiti. You know, I don't want to say these leaders, but people such as myself, the upcoming, the new generation, we really need to be very, very much informed, because I am extremely certain that in the near days, Haiti is going to play such an important factor in these manner. So now, let's just do a little bit of a back end of the Belt Road Initiative, which I spoke on. I spoke on that in the second topic. If you don't know what the Belt Road Initiative is, it is sort of like a project that the Chinese government took initiative on 10 years ago. I was privy of that information around 2018. And pretty much what they are aiming to do and what they have already started to do is they have pretty much done sort of like a road map where they can connect different countries around the globe through these roads that they are having in constructions. And because one of their goal, in my opinion, was to really make sure that they could reach as far as possible and get a lot of some of these countries that were not close to them. For example, here we are in the Caribbean, we are definitely not close to China, but through their partnership, which aimed at targeted governments in very small countries such as Haiti, or other countries where, you know, they didn't really have access to road and pretty much infrastructure, electricity, and the Chinese government would loan these monies to these governments and would enter into a partnership agreement with them where they would come and they would help build these type of infrastructure, right? So this is in a rough part the aim of the project that the Chinese government started. And I mentioned to you guys that my opinion is that they were already here in Haiti. I strongly believe, I've mentioned to you this before, that the Chinese were here, and I also believe that they were in the talks with the former president of Haiti, which is one of the main reasons that catapults his assassination. Now for tonight, we're going to go in depth, and we're not only are we going to project Haiti 2020, 2030, or perhaps let me not mix this two subjects. You know, I don't want to get too far ahead of the subject. Let's do this, and then, you know, I'll bring other stuff to you guys. Now you guys can see that I'm talking strictly from my mind. I do have my notes, but I just want to make sure that we are all together when it comes to these information and why I'm bringing this here to you. Now, if you go and if you do a back end of what China has been doing, China has definitely been silently growing in power when it comes to their Navy. They have definitely made some significant importance, and the Belt Road Initiative definitely gave China a huge leg up. Right now, I believe that their initiative has already gained many other countries in Europe, countries, of course, in their areas. But when it comes to very much here in the Caribbean, I do believe that they were in the talks with Jamaica. I'm not so sure if Jamaica has already entered into a partnership agreement, but I do believe that if the president of Haiti had been successful into entering a partnership agreement with China, which I'm probably sure like he would have not been successful because his term was ending anywho this past February. So the only thing that he would have been successful at doing is to bid his time enough to make the election, so the next election years. Now, between you and I, do I believe that he would have been successful at that? I do not believe that he would have been successful at that, unfortunately. And as we mentioned in the last topic, because he was a very, very little vocal as to certain points, these people got wind of it, and he died. So now what we need to understand when we are going to analyze 2030 and onward, I like to always project Haiti. It's very important. We cannot stay in the now. I do not stay in the now because the now is already the now. If you want to see and hear about some of the past videos that I talked about, you are welcome to go onto my YouTube page over at DaisyLove83, where around 2018 and 2019, I actually predicted what Haiti was going to have right now. So right now, what I want us to do, those of us who are going to be really interested into understanding why it's very important for you to be prepared if you want to enter the market of Haiti, I really need for us to have a sense of understanding as to the power play that is behind the scenes, right? The power plays, and you as an individual, you as a company, why you should prepare yourself and what's in store really for countries like Haiti should you be interested to enter the market of Haiti. Okay, so now we understand what happened. We understand that China has the Belt and Road Initiative. We understand that they are definitely growing in power. We understand that, the United States being who they are, they're looking at it like sideways. They always want to be on top of the game. And they are just not liking the fact that China is definitely moving strategically. And, China, they are just ready for war, and this is what they are bringing to our doors. They have brought this to the doorstep of Haiti, which is war, because they do not want for Haiti to enter into any type of partnership agreement, especially when it comes to China. Now, does the United States has a leg up ahead of China? Absolutely, because I don't believe that China has not, of course, they also deal with other countries with corrupted government official, but Haiti and the United States has a very, very strong ties. The United States government, plus, around, what was it, like the Preval government, I believe that they signed different laws, which is one of the main reason why if anybody does a crime over in the United States and you come here in Haiti and you try to hide, they are not even going to ask for the police force to ship you back. They will come themselves and they will come take you. These are all laws that were changed when, every time that Haiti is going into a certain type of elections and it is sponsored by the US government, which they always give money, right? Every time that something of the sorts happen, you understand that the United States also comes and wants to have a say in the matter of Haiti. So I believe that they have a little bit of a foothold when it comes to politics. They understand how dirty these politicians are in Haiti. They too are as dirty as them. They've dealt with them. They work with them. So I believe that in that matter, China probably is not ahead of the game when it comes to how they would deal. And one thing that I can see that the US is doing, which is they're not only, well, you know what, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before I start diving in and before I enter the shakedown and they are behind the scenes, let's talk a little bit about my own perspective, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Belt Road Initiative, when it comes to 2030 and onward, and how I feel that Haiti is definitely going to benefit from a partnership with China a lot better than staying in the wow, like in the hawks of these guys such as the US, Canada, Europe, and all of that. This is one thing that we need to focus on, and one thing that we have to understand. I've talked about that in our past videos, is that Haiti doesn't have any leg up. It never did. When you are going to enter into a partnership agreement, let's say that China comes in, right, and we enter their Belt Road Initiative program. Why do I believe that a partnership such as that would benefit us? Now, it would benefit Haiti, but it would actually not be in the benefit of Haiti to have this partnership agreement if we're still having these guys in power. Unfortunately, they are dropping dead by the second, and I do predict that many of them are going to continue to die. It is just the way that it is. We have entered very slippery slope road moving into 2023 all the way into 2025. Let us not forget that the United States is going to enter politics. We are heavy and deeply into some heavy waters. To me, I always say we have entered the gaston pas camper. So meaning that if you don't know about politics, this is not the time for you to really dive into it, because these people are not playing game. This is the new world order in effect. Countries are repositioning themselves, and they are all in, meaning that they are not playing any games. So now we are going to understand why I feel that a partnership with China is the ultimate goal for Haiti. The first thing that I feel, let us not forget, I mentioned to you before that when it comes to Haiti, we have an empty market. And I've also mentioned to you before that the problem that Haiti is having is that the main thing that a country needs in order to be developed, for some odd reason, we don't have it, such as electricity. We don't have any type of 24-hour electricity. We don't have any roads. We don't have any water. The communication is extremely poor. We barely have any companies here. So these are all the main thing that makes a country run smoothly. If you don't have it, and I'm not even entering into such details. I'm not even entering into commerce with us. I'm not even entering into anything, right? So Haiti has not had properly access to these development for centuries now. Well, not centuries, but for a very, very, very long time. China is in a very, very further, like they're not near to us. Let's just imagine that. So imagine you having a partnership with China. You're automatically having them give you different infrastructure. With different infrastructure, let's just even think about commerce. We can have different roads, and we will have different opportunities opening up for us, so that we are not only conducting business with the United States, we are not only which business are we even conducting with them? So the main countries that Haiti do business with really is the Dominican Republic. That's the only country that Haiti does business with. Now, of course, here in Haiti, people are not producing anything. We're not doing anything for us to be in really great partnership or great commerce, even within the region. But of course, I've mentioned in some of my past videos on my YouTube channel that Haiti was a country that was extremely isolated in the Caribbean. Haiti is part of so many contracts. Haiti is part of the CARICOM. We have access to so many things, but unfortunately, we've never really had governmental leaders that can enforce that. A lot of the Haitians I mentioned to you before, instead of looking into partnership within the Caribbean, we look into partnership with the United States. We look into partnership with Canada, and these guys have never offered us anything. They have only offered to us to cripple our economy. They are the main reason that, well, the main reason, along with the dirty politician, that they are definitely equipping, the dirty politician that they are definitely paying, giving money to, in order to keep Haiti the way that it is. So a partnership agreement, let's just looking at it right now, we're looking at it from a business perspective. I'm not even going to dive into politics. I'm going to dive into commerce, right? Which is very, very important, because as a country, if you cannot do commerce, then what is the point of any country? You got to be able to do commerce, and you got to be able to do commerce and enter partnership agreement with other countries. Now, let's not forget, oh my God, I don't have my notes. I do believe that you have already, you have Brazil, you have India, you have China, you have Russia, and I think these four countries, if I have another one, these four countries already have a sort of a partnership. And I've always said that Haiti should enter partnership agreement with these guys. Yes, we should. We cannot, at this point of time, when the world is changing, always want to be under the cocoon of the United States government and their acolyte, which only comes in to cripple us. A partnership agreement with China will open doors to us to do business in different avenues. Let's not forget that. This is one of the main reasons why I told you that the United States was all in when it came to taking down the Haitian president, the former Haitian president. One of the reasons behind it is because they would absolutely not want Haiti to enter a partnership agreement with China, because they know that it would be the catapults to open doors for Haiti. And once Haiti starts to open doors and things starts to work, and other countries in the Caribbean are seeing the movement, perhaps that would also open doors for other countries in the Caribbean to be like, okay, so Haiti is a part of the, Belt Road Initiative. Haiti is now, look at all the progress that is happening with Haiti. Look at everything that is happening to Haiti. So now other countries in the Caribbean would look at it and would probably feel or probably believe that, okay, they too can enter into such partnership agreement. So in my opinion, I believe that the reason that Haiti should enter into a partnership agreement, if we're only thinking about, let me tell you something. We're thinking about, so now I have the notes, right? I said key components that you should keep in mind, right? China will contribute to total opening of economic stream. Total opening of economic stream. Why? Because first of all, China has a great infrastructure. They are really good when it comes to infrastructure. They are really, really good also when it comes to technology. So these are all avenues and all doors that a country like Haiti can tap into. Okay, we should not look at it as turning our nose down. We should, of course, but of course, let's not forget that I've always said to you that in order for Haiti to benefit into any new partnership agreement, the shakedown that is currently happening in Haiti, it's necessary. It's extremely necessary. We need an entire cleanup of the country in order for newcomers to come, because if you continue to have these guys, right, that are here, that have been here, it's just never gonna work. This is extremely important for those of you who have the capacity to come to Haiti and to back it up, because it's going to be open. We are going to need these type of people like myself, or people that are really instructed, right? The second thing I said, you must have an in-depth study of the country of Haiti, i.e. landscape, resources of the country's location. Now, I say this is for businessmen, right? When you are going to, because once China opens up, right, should Haiti enter a partnership agreement, because we're going to look into the United States. They had the G summit that happened in June, and I was watching a report, and I've had some new information. So I was like, okay, no wonder. So this is some real heavy stuff that we're having now, right? So but okay, so we're just going to say that Haiti entered a partnership agreement with China, right? What you need to understand is automatically you're not going to have investors that are going to be in the region. You're going to have, that means that Haiti could even reach as far as the Middle East and start doing business with countries like Qatar, start doing business with Dubai. We can start exporting things with them, so the avenue doesn't really stay right here with a partnership agreement with China. The avenues enlarge, so we're reaching far ahead, right? Because let's not forget, I told you, we don't have any type of ports here in Haiti. All of our seashore is patrolled by the U.S. Navy. It's not patrolled by the Haitian. We don't have anything. Haiti, really, when you think about Haiti, Ayiti is really not a country that is functioning on its own. Everything that you have, the United States is giving it to you. When the police force have to go into, it is patrolled by the U.S. The cops, their uniforms, the U.S. give you the money for that. We can turn this into something else, but I have to stay focused, and I have to continue to tell you 2020, 2030 and onward. No one will give you any information. Know your company, what you are willing to offer. If not, visit the country, study as much as possible, observe, and be ready to update your company. Now, this is, again, I am talking to business people. I am talking to people who understand. One thing that you have to understand, always know that if I'm thinking like that, then somebody else is thinking like that, right? Everybody is positioning themselves. What I'm telling you right now, okay, it's already written. All of these things are already in the back end. Absolutely. Haiti needs to industrialize. All of these things are already into the back end. Contracts are just waiting to be signed. Haiti hasn't had a government since last year. 1 year without a government. Do you understand what's going on in this country? Do you understand the heavy players? Right now, all that they are trying to do, you have the United States who is biding their time. They are trying their hardest to do two things. They are definitely behind all of the madness that you see happening here, because I'm not so sure if they want to come back and have a certain type of force here in Haiti. But one thing that they probably do not want to do is that they do not want Haiti to have a government, and most definitely not a government that they are not putting there, because they want to make sure that if Haiti is having a government, that it's their own people. This is one of the main reasons, if ever China would listen to this video, they also need to figure out who they can empower here in Haiti. I'm just saying, you need to figure out the people that you can come here, the people that you can equip, the people that you can, empower behind the scenes, so that should some people get into power, then they, might just want to go with China instead of the United States. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. Now, I said that one thing that you need to understand. Okay, give me a second. Let me see if I have more notes on this topic. Give me 1 second. Okay. I said that one thing that you need to understand is that companies in road construction, home and building site, resorts to be built and open, maritime construction, boats, transportation. These are all the things that Haiti is gonna start to open. And listen, this is one of the reasons why I tell you guys that you need to be ahead of your time. You need to prepare yourself, because once the door is open, you're gonna have in Africa, especially if you're like a small company, or you just like one individual, or you always want to have a head start. Whether it is also that, let's just say that I would be wrong and Haiti would, enter a partnership agreement still with the US, they would, because of certain things, they would just, throw the bone at us. But still, you want to make sure that you are ahead of your time. I said that the top major economic openings will be coming from the electricity, the roads, and the maritime ports. These are the three major openings that we're going to have as we are moving into 2030. We're going to need companies that focuses on electricity. So if you are a company, or if you are an individual and you know about electricity, about grids, about all of that, then you most definitely need to start understanding Haiti. I feel like if you are a company that does an electricity, you need to just have an understanding of Haiti. You need to have an understanding of the landscape. You most definitely need to visit Haiti. People are still visiting Haiti, even when you are seeing that most definitely, it's a lot of insecurities, but you just have to be very strategic into how you're coming to Haiti. And you can also, I have a service where you can ask a few questions should you want to just have a couple of questions answered, where maybe you want to come to Haiti and you just need to know, okay, how do I maneuver here in Haiti? I can definitely give you a consultation on that. So roads, our roads here, for the most part, the roads, the Dominican Republic had a lot of contract with the past government. And, I can't say that all of the main roads are not, in good conditions. They are, I haven't been out in the countryside in some time now, so I can't really say that. But even then, even so, you have last year we suffered a major earthquake, right? So you still need roads. And it's a very unexplored country. And we're talking about, even if we're talking about all the way through China, they're going to have so many other roads. Now, I'm not talking about, especially if you're gonna enter into a partnership agreement with China. Now, even with a partnership agreement with China, I feel like, whoever would be doing this contract, we would most definitely need to have a sit down, because you don't want the Chinese government to have access to all of these contracts just because maybe they are loaning us. So there needs to be, in my opinion, a lot of negotiations going into these things, right? So I said maritime ports. Maritime ports is like, to me, I feel like that would be the number one target in terms of like opening doors for Haiti, because I know so many people who used to do commerce through the boats, but Haiti doesn't have any type of commerce where we are using any boat and we are sitting right in the seashore. You're not using the number one thing that could help you do commerce. There's no type of boats here in Haiti that do commerce, even between the countries. You have people who sell goods a lot. So these days, and now you have the gangs on the roads. So a lot of the people cannot even, go about their days the way that they could go about their days, because you don't have any, back in the days, people could say, okay, you know what? We're gonna use the boats, but now they can't really do that because there's no boat, so everybody has to do the same route. If if you don't have any route in a country, then even within the country, how can you just maneuver? These are all important factors, right? So then I said construction building will be open for a different style construction prone to earthquake resistance and other climate issues, i.e. tornadoes. So this is also for those of you who are into construction sites. You have to keep in mind that I believe that moving into 2030, one thing that we are going to look at building construction. And I've spoke about this a lot. Now, even if we're talking about building construction, what type of construction are we building? We have to build construction that are not only paraseismic. I also feel like when it comes to the landscape of the construction that we are building, we definitely need to invite companies where we have to go back to the old style of construction. So we're not really using like these blocks and all these heavy things, so that Haiti is already, the way the country is situated, the way the country is located, we are prone to earthquake. So the buildings that you are having, constructions that you are having, we need to go back to the old ways. And you can always build beautiful, lavish homes. They just doesn't need to be these type of brick homes. So that's also what I say. I said that Haiti is definitely okay. Haiti is definitely the next best thing that will happen in terms of major development. Why do I say so? Because you have an empty country. It's kind of like whoever gets a hold of Haiti, this is like a fresh canva. I don't understand why I'm the only person, I feel, who sees the things that I see. I mean, it's really not that deep. You only have a handful of people controlling this country, backing up by the US government, number one. That's all you have. That's all you have. A handful of people that are creating havoc. So you mean to tell me that, like there can't be any other way to topple that? It's a virgin country. That means it will be the next best thing in terms of development. Trust me on that. I said your strategy should be already preparation. Your competitors will no longer be regional. Now, this, I wrote it before I was privy of the fact that the US also, we're going to dive into what they have going on, what they want to do, which is, of course, contradict what China has been doing for the last 10 years through the Belt and Road Initiative program. And we're not going to go back into what I've shared with you before. Now, I said here that your competitors will no longer be regional. This was to inform you and to enlighten you that should Haiti enter a partnership agreement with China, that means that let's just say that if you're coming from the region, so you're watching me, you are right next to me, so you're here in the Caribbean, or you are in the US, you are in Canada, so you are in the proximity of Haiti. You need to realize that should Haiti enter a partnership agreement with China, the competitor would no longer be, these guys, so it would not only be, people that are located in the US, people that are in Canada that are looking in Haiti. You would have people that are all the way in Asia that are looking into Haiti. You would have people in Africa that are looking into Haiti. You would most definitely have people that are in the Middle East that are also looking into Haiti and wanting to come here. So this is food for thought, right? This is moving into 2030. I said that they will be global. Absolutely. Keep in mind the geographical location of Haiti. What do we have near Haiti? We have the Gulf of Mexico. We have the Jamaica Channel. We have the Windward Passage, right? And these are all sea lane, which already give ties to the United States of America, to Canada, to Europe. Keep in mind that the United States already has a maritime passage that open a sea lane from Cap Haitian to Miami. Hold on, I gotta put this. I don't know if any of you are following the news, and I don't know if any of you are privy of the fact that whenever Port-au-Prince, and this has been happening since the government of Martini, whenever Port-au-Prince is going into a major shakedown, they have the tendency to turn the lights on Cap Haitian, which is another city. Cap Haitian used to actually be the capital of Haiti back in the days. So it has the capacity to be there. But it was under the government of Martelly when the Clintons, all of these crooked guys, they came here and they did business in Haiti. You know that Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton's brother, they all had a little contract here in Haiti. And it was around the Martelly government that, they did the airport, they did a lot of stuff through Cap Haitian. But I don't know if anybody, because I was privy of this information like maybe like 2015 or so. I knew that they had a road. So the United States presently has a sea lane passage that is tying Haiti from Cap Haitian all the way to Miami. Did you know that? And they built it, let me see, 2015, 2020. That's 5 years, 7 years, maybe like in the last 10 years. It's one of the main reason why Cap Haitian had a boom. And now I'm seeing that Cap Haitian is a little bit having the light turn into it. So I wonder what else they have going on. But it's so weird that whenever Port-au-Prince is going into chaos, that's their tactics. Their tactic is to turn it to Cap Haitian and to make sure that people are turning in. And so it's kind of like they're deflecting, right? They're deflecting. So people have the tendency to look toward Cap Haitian, but it could never work in that manner. It could never work in that manner. And one thing that you need to understand is because the United States actually has a lot of ties through Cap Haitian, and they definitely have a sea lane over there. I wanted to point that out, right? I said, so let me go back and let me read that because I really want you guys to hear what I said. I said that your competitors would be global. You need to keep in mind the geographical location of Haiti. What does Haiti has around it? We have, why do I say that? As a businessman, as an investor, or as someone who's going to come to Haiti, you need to look at all around. You need to be able to map Haiti. You need to have, and I'm still learning Haiti, which is weird, but you need to have the map of Haiti sitting at your hand so that, I'm pretty sure the Chinese government has that, so that you know exactly, for example, do I come left? Do I come right? If I come to my business, okay. So the equipment that you're bringing here to Haiti, the way that you're projecting, you are not really. It's like you already know these things. This is how you think, right? This is really how you think when you want to do business. And I said that keep in mind the geographical location of Haiti. You have the Gulf of Mexico. You have the Jamaica Channel, which is like tying we end with Jamaica. We have the Windward Passage, right? In the north. These are all sea lane. We're not even using these things. Actually, the drug dealers are using it, right? These are our sea lane, which already give ties to the United States, Canada, Europe. Keep in mind that the United States of America already has a maritime passage that opens a sea lane from Cap Haitian to Miami. Okay? Now, thus, China will or should look into creating other lanes that will give a route to other continents, right? So if we already have these sea lanes, in my opinion, I feel like should we enter into an agreement with China, they need to open up different sea lane that is going to tie Haiti with other continents. To me, that's where I would focus, right? I said, remember, all that is needed is transport. That's it. Sadly, with only one superpower, the gangsters, the United States primary government, with only one superpower around it, Haiti has not been open to any negotiations, mainly taking advantage of. Of course, we will not discredit these it that have been also contributed to such madness. I call it these things that have been so-called in power. Look at the state of Haiti, right? I said once China is fully incorporated. Now, this was if things didn't go, unfortunately, haywire, so we don't know. But I said once China is fully incorporated, the glass ball will drop and the real reconstruction of Haiti will take place. Please be aware that Haiti already has engineers, construction site, etc. So as you are studying the market of Haiti, you have two choices. This is as a businessman. You can choose to enter with your own team, which I don't really suggest. But then again, from a business perspective, people are always mainly interested in coming in with a team that already knows. But what I'm saying to you is that we have already people here in Haiti that can learn. We have already sometimes it's better to kind of like come and equip people that are there so that you as a company are not really resented. You know what I mean? You don't want to come as a company and you already, which the American people, they do that a lot. They come in and they don't really give us the opportunity to have good jobs. They don't give us the opportunity to, empower. I mean, they give us small people. But I do feel like as a company, it's always going to be best if you choose to come in. But as you are choosing to come in, you can come with your own team, of course, but you also make sure that you are employing other people. It's really good. It's good. It's good business. It's just good rapport if you do something like that, right? I said you can either choose to enter with your own team or you can choose to subcontract with Haitian team. So you can have your own team and you subcontract with the Haitian team, right? Now, guys, this is okay. So I'm not finished with my notes. I said that if China is successful enough to integrate and have Haiti join their Belt Road Initiative program, that will give possibly a leg up to other countries. I believe so, right? Haiti could negotiate and enter into major agreement regarding complete reform of its army. Agricultural reform as well, which will now be in support of Venezuela and other allies where agriculture is not in abundance. Now, you understand that we have a bunch of lowlifes here that steal money and never do anything. Venezuela in the past has been such a great partner in Haiti. And Haiti has the capacity to have great agriculture, to produce a lot. We have the land for that here in Haiti. So all we need is the equipment. We need larger companies that can back us up, because as I mentioned to you before, especially in the previous topic that we've discussed, what we have here, we have empty lands, right? Empty lands that the Clintons are buying, because presently in Las Caobas, there's a lot of people who've left, and the Clintons have bought a lot of these lands that are filled with natural resources. Do your research. Now, what we have to understand is that in partnership agreement, for example, look at all the money that we lost in the Petro-Caribe thing. This is a loan that the Venezuela helped us to have. Look at how these guys are so dirty. Look at what they did with that money. This is money that could have gone into agriculture. This is money that could have definitely helped reform. And what else could we have done? We could have sent food to Venezuela. They don't have the same landscape that we have, right? So even when you are a small country, that doesn't mean that you should not wait on the balance. You should always wait, right? So I don't get it. Now, I said, understand, these are futuristic things that will unfold right before our eyes, right after this death passage. So I call the death passage what we're currently happening. I call it the shakedown. We've already talked about that. It's a death passage. It's a shakedown. And you not understand why we have this shakedown. We have this shakedown because the U.S. wants to control and dominate, and they do not want for Haiti to have a peace of mind enter into this is really beyond toxic at the end of the day, beyond toxic. I said major moves are taking place as we speak. This is why you have so many people who are just going to, a lot of people are going to die. Not only here in Haiti, it's just the way it is, okay? Unfortunately for many, they will not make it out. I even wrote it out. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Death is awaiting many. That's just the way it is. You live by the sword, honey. You're going to die by the sword. This is the new world order. A lot of people are going to drop dead before 2025, right? It's major change happening. Do not get caught in anything that these guys are doing. Be safe. Keyword preparation. So, like I said to you guys before, this is a note and this is what I had in store to roll. However, I was listening to a few reports. I follow so many news channels, and I got wind of something that I was not privy on, because you know the United States government, they always have to contradict something. I mean, the other thing that since you know we're here, that I want to say is, I wonder if the American people are sleeping. Are they aware of how deep their government is into wasting money? Because as we speak, I know that they are going into some major inflation, right? I know that their economy is not as solid as possible. And one of the reasons behind it is because they keep meddling in countries such as Haiti. They are wasting money. They are taking money and empowering gangs in countries like Haiti, right? They are destabilizing an entire government. And one thing that I also want to mention is that the president of Haiti died under the Biden administration. He did not die under the Trump administration. This is food for thought, because people want to sit here and play their dirty little cards and say so many things and avoid seeing the truth. Elections are going to be coming very, very soon. You better wake up and understand what's going on, especially if you are watching me from the United States of America. You have got to step in and you have got to make sure that these guys are not in power, because it doesn't. Let's read the information that I found, that these guys are unbelievable. And it's so funny. They are so here's the gag with everything. They are destabilizing countries like Haiti, right? So they are destabilizing countries like Haiti, probably others. So as they are doing that and sending money here, behind the scenes, empowering gangs, empowering leaders, I knew they were up to no good. What was it, summer 2020, they deported a major heavyweight here in Haiti. This guy was a guy who was into a lot of paramilitary coup. This guy was a guy that was heavy around 1990, 1991, killed so many people. I invite you to go watch that video. You can go watch it in my deportation series, which I covered on my YouTube channel over at Daisy Love 83. When this is how you know that they are up to no good, when they start to deport or send to Haiti a lot of political criminals. When they start to dump them back in Haiti, it's because they have assignment for them. They use these guys because these guys have nothing to lose at the end of the day. They are either serving like a major sentence in Haiti, in the US, or if they come here, a lot of times people are already waiting for them and on the ground to kill them. So it's usually a plea deal with these Americans. And you have to understand that the US government, they have many people to handle many things. So I say this because I know so many people who work with them, and who took it very personal when I say certain things. They are dirty. You know, you could be working with them and you are never privy of this information that I'm sharing, because they have other force. They have ghost people, past people that they hire to do their dirty tricks for them, right? So when I come here and when I say these things, I say them en connaissance de cause. I know the US government. I know their past histories. I know what they have done. They are operating at a soulless level. They don't care. So they are, it's all or nothing when it comes to these guys, right? So like I said to you before, when that deportation happened, which is so funny because I just ended up doing a series on deportation because I really wanted to inform people. And as I was doing my research, I found out that that guy came, they deported him, which was the summer 2020. And I said, okay. And I think I mentioned that on that YouTube videos too. I think it was the second one. I said, yeah, okay, they're up to something, because it's usually the same guys that are behind the scene. And we're warming up. I'm going to bring to you some major heavyweight into present chaos, you know, but we're gonna analyze it from a business perspective. I'm gonna bring to you how much money these guys are making right now in Haiti as the present chaos. Is ridiculous, the level of money that is floating around Haiti while people are fleeing, the level of money that, unfortunately, like I said, these children that are inside these gangs are helping these people make. They're not even making it, because these kids are barely making any money. And you know why? It's because you had a nasty government structure that never did anything for these kids, right? They never did anything for anyone, as a matter of fact, because those of us who have the luxury to be educated is because our parents did, right? Our parents did for us. So it's not like it's the Haitian government who did shit. They never did anything, right? So you have these kids that are helping, so these people make so much money, guys. I mean, we're gonna dive into these things. I'm just warming up to bring you some crucial information. So let's talk about what I found out. So I've informed you of the geopolitical war. I've informed you that China is definitely growing in power and strength. And I've informed you of their, not only their Belt and Road Initiative, you know, China is definitely even growing in the Navy. And I've informed to you before briefly, maybe I will bring it, I don't know just yet. I really want to bring I actually really want to do an in-depth analysis of the assassination of the president. That is going to be from my own perspective. I'm not so sure if I will do so just yet, because I know that I mean, you know. So the United States, what is it that they have? Of course, you know, they have, so I'm so bored. I'm very bored with these guys, because it's like they're you know, they have a global infrastructure program in trade, right? They did it because of the Belt and Road Initiative program. I'm just not interested to talk about it, but I'll bring you this information and show you their movement, their geopolitical war. So instead of focusing on the problems that they are having, because I know the US has so much problem right now, instead of focusing with the inflation, which is also one of the reasons that I keep telling people, why are you trying to invest any type of money in the United States when you have countries like Haiti and you can just make a swift turnaround and come here? Or even if you choose not to come here just yet, you can just reposition yourself, because these guys are going in depth and in depth and in depth. And I already told you guys, they are not going to be into superpower. They're really trying hard. Now, one thing that I cannot wait for, I cannot wait for the next election years, because between you and I, if this election didn't go the way that it was, we would not have this mess that we have here in Haiti. Okay, and the Haitians, they voted a lot for the administration that they have right now, which is the same administration that put their foot on your neck. Because let us not forget, yes, Haiti, the president of Haiti was very, very tight around 2019, 2020, but they did not kill him. They killed him under the Biden administration. Again, this is food for thought. So what is it that they have? They have something that is called previously. So I can't recall because I didn't really research. I just listened to the report and I wrote it down and I said, you know what? That would be interesting for me. I just had it. I was like, oh, okay. So which explain what we have going on. So previously they had a program. So that's the US, right? Along with their, partners in crimes. They have it was called the Build Back Better Road. It was previously, and they were trying to raise money for that. Now what this program was aiming, it was a little, so as I said to you before, I was made privy of some information regarding the United States. What were this information? Well, I didn't know that they actually had a program which is called the Build Back Better Road. It was called like that previously, and supposedly it's a program that is similar to the Beltwood Initiative program, but they are doing it with their own partners such as Canada. They are doing it with France. I'm not so sure if they have the England with them, but yeah, but I do know that for a fact they have France, they have Canada with them. They do have other partners, but I'm not so sure which are these other partners. And it was a little stagnant. It was because they had to raise money for it. But the recent G Summit that happened in June 2022, they brought it back again, and this time around they actually changed the name, which is called Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment. And what are they aiming to do? They are aiming to making sure that countries that already entered into a partnership agreement with China can just back away from this partnership agreement and join their program. They are saying they're pretty much trying to do a similar model that the Beltwood Initiative have. And now I understand why it was important for them to take away the president of Haiti, because you have to remember that their program has not yet launched. They have to raise the money, and they had a lot of red tapes from the Build Back Better Road, which is the same program. They just renamed it, and I believe that they have to raise, I think the US was going to raise 600 million. And each of these countries, so these partners, they have to raise money to put this program out. Now they only are doing this because they do not want China to be in their seashore. I've said that to you before. They do not want to have countries like Haiti partner with China, and next thing you know, you're gonna have probably all the other islands, and now China would be right there in their backyard. This is also, do you understand the geopolitical things that are happening and what's presently happening here in Haiti? So they are trying to make sure that before they raise the money, it's important for them to keep Haiti in that state. It's very important for them to make sure that Haiti doesn't have a government. It's very important for them to be okay with the chaos and the havoc, because all they are trying to do is biding their time until they are able to put their program out and they can elect a puppet government here in Haiti and present a garbage to us and have us partner with them, which now will totally contradict a lot of things. I don't believe that we should have any type of partnership agreement with the US, because at the end of the day, where is that going to lead us in the near future? We always have these guys around us. What have they done but cripple us? All of us that are here, whether you are watching me, wherever it is, we are presently as a whole, as a nation, Haiti is suffering. It's unbearable. And it is at the hand not only of the, of course, of the United States government. Of course, you have these other guys as well, plus other people, because whenever you have crookedness happening, you have all type of people benefiting. So I'm pretty sure that, with the, it's, right now people are making a lot of money with what's going on in Haiti. If you are into the arms, weapons, it's a lot of money to be made with what's going on right now in Haiti. But we are thinking futuristic. We are thinking futuristically, we are thinking futuristically in the future. We are projecting Haiti, and I find that, a partnership agreement with China, a good partnership agreement. Of course, you want to make sure that things are also in your favor. I'm not looking at the Chinese government and their Belt Road Initiative as if it is, coming from heaven, but I'm looking at it as an opportunity for Haiti to get a foot ahead, and for other investors as well through the China, different partnership, for other investors to be interested into the market of Haiti, right? It would be a lot better for us. It would be so much better for us. What has the United States government and their acolyte ever done for Haiti? But now we understand, now that I bring you a little bit of what they have going on, so you can tie in everything that I'm saying. Plus, of course, you do your own research and your own information. And we now see the heavyweight and how very terrible these guys are to put this country in such madness just because they want to reign supreme. Just because they want to reign supreme. And guys, let us not forget under which government or these guys are doing this. This is under the Biden administration. Okay, so this is food for thought. I could take this and go into a totally different way, because many people really, I'm going to have to leave this next topic for something else. But we are moving into the new world orders. This is countries repositioning themselves. I am paying deep attention to the news, whether it is, I don't really listen to the news here in Haiti, but I do a lot of global political news. I am mostly also focusing on the US and what they have going on, because I know that if the last election that they had, if it didn't go in that direction, Haiti would have not had this happening. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in. And as always, it is such a pleasure for me to come here and really do the work. Some of us have to do it. Some of us have to step forward. Some of us have to inform you. Now, let's not forget that preparation is key. Whether it is that you are interested in doing business in Haiti, whether it is that you are interested in doing a successful project in Haiti, and or whether it is that you have a few questions that you would like to ask, I am open to a consultation. Do not forget to send us the email at dlconsulting83@gmail.com for your consultation. Thank you so much for the people that are going to come back and listen to this video. I welcome your questions. Also, do not forget to post any questions that you may have. Now, the next meetup is going to be for next Wednesday at 9:30-ish, pushing 10 o'clock. You will always see me whenever I post the promotional video. All right, guys, thank you so much. Let's not forget that preparation is key. It's very important for us to know what's going on in the world. Yes, they are saying, we definitely, it's a heavy time for us here in Haiti, but you understand the reason behind it. And to tell you the truth, I have scratched the surface of what I know. Very scratch it. All right, thank you so much again. Have a beautiful evening.